guys, how you doing? It's Beth. Okay, so I'm doing a quick tutorial on the exploding boxes, and I forget who I got this from. Oh crap! I wrote it down too. I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'll put it on in the box, description box. I'm going to do the basic one first, which pretty much, you know, you have your cover, you have a lid, and inside you have the just the papers, and then you put something in the middle, whatever you want. I've seen them where you can put like a box with, you know, jewelry in it, or just a flower. I did a couple with the flower pots, and it's very, very simple. And all you need to do, you need 3 12 by 12 double-sided cardstock paper. Three of them, okay? The first one, which is going to be your outside layer, all you're doing is scoring 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. So it's, you're getting, actually, you're going to get, what is that? How many corners is that? That's 9 corners. Is that right? 9 corners? Crap. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay, 9 corners. I'm telling you, I'm so scrap challenged. I know. Okay. So anyway, all right. So 12 by 12, 12 by 12 piece of paper, and you score it 4 inches and 4 inches. So it's at 4 and at 8, if you want to do it that way. And you're gonna, you know, then turn it and do the same thing, so that you have all these things. Because then what you're gonna do is cut out just the corner pieces. So you end up like this, like a T. Then you're going to get the second 12 by 12 piece of paper, and you're going to trim it down. And you're going to trim it to a 10 by 10 piece of paper. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score at 3 3/4. So the same thing, where you're going to have your 9 boxes, but they're going to be 3 3/4 big instead of the 4 inches big, just so that it's a little bit, you know, smaller, so that there's that little bit of a layered look there. And then again, you're going to cut out the corners, and then the inside, the last 12 by 12, you're actually going to cut to 7.5 by 7.5, and then you're going to score at 2 3/4. So again, the 9 pieces, but these are now 2 3/4, and you're going to cut out your corners. And then all you do is you glue them in the center, so all of these pieces stay apart, because then you can put, you know, paper, which is what I usually do. Is I put, you know, I like to punch just to add a little something, and then put the either messages or journaling cards, whatever. Very, very simple, right? Anyone can do this. And what I tend to do, just so you know, because I was able to get like 2 of these done from my mother and from my mother-in-law, you know, in one day. Because when I'm watching TV, I'll do this part, because this is the part I don't like so much. So I make these, and I have a whole drawer of like the, also not just these, but like the all of these the box cards that JP Peggy 2 showed all of us how to make. So when I'm watching TV, I just cut them, so I have them ready, and then I can just decorate them, and I'm on my way. So yeah, so like I have 2 of them now, and I'm going to make some more. But now that I know how to do this other one, I kind of like this other one better, and I'll show you why. And now this is the one where literally I needed like to go back to school, because it was like so hard to follow. And that's why I'm doing this, for those of you who have a hard time also kind of following directions. All right, I'm sorry, okay? I have issues. So this is what the box is, and the woman's name, did I already say it? Because I wrote it down somewhere. Yes, I did, and I don't know what I did with it, but I'll find it, because it's on this page, on this table somewhere. Okay, so you take the lid off, and then inside it opens up like this, And so the corners have the hearts, and then these are pockets. You see that? Pockets, pockets. How fun is that? And then this is, you know, you can just put like a paper or saying or whatever you want. Again, so cute, right? Okay, like not so easy to figure it out, but I'll tell you, it's very easy. I broke it down. Okay, so this is what happens. You start with your 12 by 12 piece of paper, and this is going to be your outside piece here. Okay? And as you can see, it's the same thing where you are scoring at 4 inches and at 8 inches. So you're getting 3 boxes across at 4 inches each, and then 3 down. So you end up with the 9 pieces. But what you do is, instead of cutting out the corners, you take, now I don't know what I did with my envelope scorer thing where you can do a diagonal. So I use the trusty Tim Holtz ruler that I got from Shell Sunflower. I love this thing because what you have to do is you have to make a line, a score line, so it folds like this, just on the outer corners. Now, she didn't show us how to do the hearts, and I don't know. So what I did was, because you know I don't know how to do anything, I cut one of the 4 by 4 pieces of paper, and I cut and I folded it in half, and I made a heart. So then what I do is, on the score, I take the folded part and I match it up with the folded part of this. See? And then I cut so that I end up with my thing. That's the only way I could figure out how to do it. So you make a heart out of the 4 by 4, however big you want it. I mean, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. This is just the size I did. And then once you've done, you know, from the corner to the end like this, fold it, and then make sure that the fold on this matches the, you know, you have it against the fold, because if you do it the other way, and I have, it comes out looking very weird, and it doesn't look like a heart. So once you've done that, then that's where you get this part. Okay, easy peasy. Like this, I could do this. This is no problem. It's when we move on, people, that we have an issue. Because then there's the whole pocket thing. And the thing is, it's not like you can just, well, I would anyway. But, you know, they don't want you to, for some reason, just put paper over it and glue, you know. No, you have to make a whole big deal out of it. So, on the second piece of paper, where's my thing? Okay. So the second sheet, you cut your paper to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. Okay? And then what you do is you have, you score it at 4 inches and then at 4 inches on either end. And what ends up happening is you then score it at 1/4 of an inch. So it looks like this. See? So this will be like folded down. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I wrote it down here. See? So you're going to score it 1/4 of an inch, at 4 inches, at 7 3/4, and at 11 1/2. Okay, because this is your 11 3/4 paper. So there's going to be 1/4 border on each. Because what you're going to do is you're going to fold that 1/4, and you're going to then fold it up to make the pocket. Is anyone getting this? I'm telling you, it took me all day. So I totally understand if you're not getting this, because it took me forever to figure this out. But anyway, you do that on each thing. So what ends up happening is it goes like this, and it goes like this. See? And you just keep going around. So then you're going to go, you know, you just, oh, cripes. All right, wait a minute, people. Wait a minute. Everyone relax. I can figure this out. I can't figure this out. I can't figure this out. I don't know. I don't know. I'll use it on the smaller one. So, okay, so you got your quarter, and then you fold it in, and then you go like this, and then you turn. And you do your quarter, and you do this, and then you turn. And you do your quarter, and you put it over, and you turn. See? That's how you do it. Okay, so does everybody get that? Is everybody getting that? I know, I don't even get that. Hold on a minute. What did I say it was? So again, the outside was just 4 inches scored, so 4 and at 8. And then you do the, you have to do the crease. Everybody get that? Okay. Then the middle part, you're doing the 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. So you have to cut your paper down to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. And then you're going to score it at, again, 1/4 inch, at 4 inches, at 7 3/4, and then at 11 1/2. So you end up with these little corner things. Okay, like this. And then you just do it like that. You turn, you do it like that. You turn, you do it like this, and now get a scissors. Here we go. And you cut it up to the score thing. Does everybody see that? I don't know. Like that, so that you turn your thing up. And you bring it up like that. And you glue it, and then you turn it, and you do the same thing again. So it goes around and around and around until you have your pockets. Okay? Then on the smallest one, this is where they got me. Honest to God. Really, I mean, look at this. How is anyone supposed to understand this? I don't. So this is what I did, because she did it like she had an X-Acto knife. She was cutting here, there, and everywhere. I look at it this way. I'm going to cover up my paper. I use solid colors for the base, and then I cover it. I probably will need to be careful when I'm using double-sided paper, like, the pretty printed, like for Christmas and stuff. I don't know. Right now, this is the only way I can deal with it. But basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take your the third page, the third piece, the inside, the middle, no, the very small one. Oh, really, Beth? Do you know what you're talking about? Because I don't. Here we go. Okay, so this one here, which is the very small one. This one was the 11 3/4 one. This one is the 11 1/2. Okay, so what you do is, now figure this one out, okay? Honest to God, it took me forever. This is what I do. You score it, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, score it at 1 inch, you're going to score it at 4 inches, at 7 1/2 inches, at 10 1/2 inches, at 11 inches, and then 11, no, that'll be the end of it, 11 inches, yeah, because then that's the last 1/2 inch. Because part of it you need it, and then part of it is only 1/4 inch. It's so confusing. So what you're going to do is, you're going to take, and again, you're kind of going around in a circle, but you're going to go 1 in, oh God, I am doing so terrible with this. I'm so confused. Oh my God. You should have seen me, honest to God. I'm like the worst person for this. Really. It's like, oh my God, really? Okay, so what you're going to do, you know what, just start at one end. Here we go. All right, so you're going to start at the top. So that, what do you see? Is this to the right or to the left of you? I don't know. But whatever it is, wherever you're starting, start at one end or the other. It doesn't really matter, as long as when you turn it, you do it the same place. So I'm starting mine here. I'm facing it, and it's to the left. So I cut two squares, and you're gonna then get rid of it somehow with scissors. Here we go. Okay. So then you're gonna cut it, and you're left with this piece here, which then you turn down just at the 1/4 inch. And again, like you did for the middle one, you're gonna cut just up one thing. I mean, it makes sense, really, because then you're gonna fold it, and that's gonna make your pocket. See, in there like that. So if I started like this, there we go. If I started like this, and I cut this, then I turn it counterclockwise, and I'm going to do the same place. I'm going to cut that whole 1/2 inch, then I have my 1/4 inch that I fold down, and I cut just one square down to make the next pocket. Then I'm going to turn it, and again on the, on this side here, I'm going to go over 2 boxes, and I'm going to cut this. Carefully. Did you see how careful I was? Look at how straight that is. Okay? And I'm going to cut, wait a minute. I'm going to cut down 1 square and make my pocket. And that's all you do, and to make it go around and around. So this is what will end up happening. This is what it'll look like when you're done. You'll have all these, and then you're going to glue that, and glue that, and glue this, and glue that. Bada bing, bada bang. And then you're going to glue them just in the middle to each other. Oh, sorry. So that, again, these flaps are all, open. So that when you close it, see, it goes like this. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even attempt the lid. Just the directions for the lid, I can't even begin to explain to you what she did. I don't know. I know there was a lot of angle kind of cutting. I can't deal with that. I simply take a 6x6 piece of paper, and I score it 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Boom. And then I, cut just the one, just cut it a little bit to fold it over like that. I'm sure there's a lot of tutorials on lids. I don't do lids. I can't do lids. I'm so bad with lids. But I can do a simple lid. And if I can do a simple lid, really, anybody can do a lid. What I usually do is I kind of figure out, like I take a ruler to see how big it is. And then I know, like this is 4 inches. I know that this part needs to be 4 inches. And then the fun part is the decorating, of course. But if you get like a few of these done, and just have them on hand, so something something comes up and you need to give a little something, you have it and it's ready. And there you go. How hard was that? Really hard, right? I know. It was hard. Ugh. I might have to redo this video. I don't know. We'll see. This was not good. But then, of course, if you've seen my envelope one where I pretty much threw it up in the air and said, you know what, whatever. And what was so funny is that somebody actually did a mini album and they used the envelope thing, and they actually referred to me like, oh, I got this idea from Beth's scrapbook room. I was laughing. I was like, oh, really? That's sad because she's so good and I'm so not. But anyway, okay, so that's it. So easy, right? I know. All right, I'll talk to you guys. Bye.